here we are from the third A group. We are from English Education 3D and we are from Islamic State University Raden Surakarta. So here we would like to present our presentation about the poetry or poem. We will to analyze the poem or poetry about the Facebook sonnet. So first of all, let me introduce our member. First is my name is Tomi Wijayanto.
My name is Desi Putri.
My name is Winda Nur Aisyah.
My name is Dwi Nur Khasanah.
My name is Erlina Najwa.
My name is Nabila Salma.
So here we would like to analyze the poetry about the Facebook sonnet by Sherman Alexi, and here we are.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tomi Wijayanto and I will be the first material of my group. So here I would like to define the definition of poetry and the structure of poetry. So first of all, what is poetry? Poetry is the condensed language in a few words, perhaps only one or two. The poet can communicate feelings, idea, or image. So poetry is some beautiful work that write by the writer to express or communicate feelings, ideas, or the image of the poetry. So the poetry is the element or the devices. First is the structure of poetry, image of poetry, meaning, themes, and the educational values. So first is the structure of the poetry. First, we call it rhyme. Rhyme is the words that have different beginning sounds, but the ending of the sound alike in one line in one line, including the final vowel, sound, and everything following it. For example, rhyme is the begin and end. The first line is begin, the ending of the line is begin, but in the second line is end. So we can call it rhyme because the rhyme or the ending of the line is the same sound and begin and end. The ending is end, so it called the same rhyme. The second one is line. In poetry, a line refers to a single unit of text, typically measured by its length and structure. So lines in some poetry sometimes is the sentences or the sentence in some poetry, we call it line. And the next one is the stanza and the stanza's form. Stanza is if we are writing some essay or in some story, there are paragraph, we call it paragraph, but in the poetry we call it stanza. The stanza form in poetry typically divided into first is couplet or two lines of stanza. So the stanza contain only two lines, and then tercet, three lines of stanza, quatrain, four-line stanza, quintet or five-line stanza, sestet, six-line stanza, septet, seven-line stanza, and octave, eight-line stanza. But in the analysis, the example of analyze the poem of our group, the stanza form is sonnet. Sonnet is 14-line stanza because but the stanza is it has one stanza that different with the other stanza. Thank you.
Next material is imagery. Imagery in poetry involves vivid and descriptive language that appeals to the sense, creating mental pictures for the reader. It engages sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell to enhance the emotional impact and overall experience of the poem. There are types of imagery. First is visual imagery, appeals to the sense of sight, describing scenes, colors, and shapes. Second is auditory imagery, focused on sound, conveying the sense of hearing through words, that evokes sound or noise. The third is olfactory imagery, relates to the sense of smell, describing scents and odors. The fourth is gustatory imagery, appeals to the sense of taste, often used to describe flavors and texture. Last is tactile imagery, involves the sense of touch, describing texture, temperature, or physical sensation. Next matter is meaning. In poetry, structure encompasses the organization and arrangement of elements such as lines, stanzas, and rhyme. It contributes to the overall meaning and impact of the poem, influencing how the reader interprets and experiences the verses. Next is themes. Poetry often explores diverse themes including love, nature, death, identity, and societal issues. Each theme allows poets to express emotion, thoughts, and perspective in a unique and artistic manner, offering readers a rich tapestry of human experiences and reflections. The last matter is educational values. Poetry serves educational values by fostering language skills, encourage critical thinking, and promoting emotional intelligence. It engages readers in interpreting metaphors, understanding symbolism, and analyzing terms, therapy enhancing analytical abilities.
In the next, I will explain about the poem. The first is the author. The author of the poem is Sherman Alexie, born October 7, 1966, Belpin, Spokane Indian Reservation, near Spokane, Washington, U.S. Sherman Alexie is a prominent Native American poet, novelist, performer, and filmmaker. He has garnered high praise for his poems and short stories of contemporary Native American reservation life. His poems, novels, and short stories evoke sadness and indignation, yet also leave readers with a sense of respect and compassion for characters who are in seemingly hopeless situations. Alexei was named to a Grant's Best of Young American Novelists list in 1996. The next is about the poem. The title of the poem is The Facebook Sonnet. This poem appeared in May 16, 2011 edition of the New Yorker. It reflects on social media and how the platform is affecting the world. Notice the traditional rhyme, scheme, and rhythm, plus as with most sonnets, Alexei has a curveball couplet at the end. The next is the poem structure. The Facebook sonnet consists of 14 lines and 4 stanzas. The first stanza until third stanza consists of 4 lines, so the stanza form is quatrain. Then the fourth stanza consists of 2 lines, so the stanza form is couplet. The Facebook sonnet consists of 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. Then the type of the poem is Spenserian sonnet. Next, we are going to move into the rhyme. The rhyme of the poem is A, B, B, C, B, C, C, D, E, E. The word reunion in the first line have the same ending sound with the word cruel in the third line. The symbol rhyme is A. And then the word friends on the second line have the same sound ending with unman, pretend, and extend. The symbol rhyme is P. And then the word same have the same ending sound with the games. and fame, and then domain. The symbol rhyme is C, and then the word search in the 10th line have the same ending sound with the coach in the line 12. The symbol rhyme is D. And then the last is the word confess have the ending sound same with the loneliness. The symbol rhyme is E. In this poem, the Facebook sonnet is there is several imagery such as visual and auditory, which is high school reunion, friends, lovers, games, kind, cruel, childhood, young, and cards. Is it can be seen with eyes, so it includes in visual imagery, and the word confess is auditory imagery because it can be heard with the sense of ear. The next is the poem meaning. In first stanza, welcome to the endless high school reunion is meaning that Charman Alexi is making a reference to the stuck in the past, to those looking to relive high school memories. Welcome to past friends means that Alexi is calling out for welcoming back into their lives relationships, relationships that ended many years ago for one reason or another. The third line, and lovers, however kind or cruel, refers to the fact that Facebook allows users to reconnect with people from their past, including those who may have been kind or cruel to them in the past. Let's undervalue and unman refers to the idea that people have become so consumed with social media, particularly Facebook, that they are unable to properly manage their own lives without it. The reason why can't we pretend every stage of life is the same means that so many people betray their past, so the writer asked that one question, why can't we pretend every stage of life is the same? As we know, that every period of life is different from kid to matter. That's why the writer asked like that. Next, let's resume, and extend expresses a desire to unearth, revive, and prologue aspect of the past, particularly childhood experience. This line reflects a longing to go back in time. Childhood, let's all play the games indicates an invitation to collectively engage in activities from childhood, returning to the carefree and playful nature of youth, and also games that are synonymous with joy and fun. The next is the third stanza. That occupy the young means that Facebook or even others media online can take so much time rather than in real life. And then let fame and shame intertwine means that in social media users can easily say what they think, feel, and maybe they can be famous on Facebook. But it will be always there be people who don't like and give negative comments that make the user feel shame. And then forget become public domain. Let search.com become our search. The search for God is carried out by everyone, and this search can be found on the internet search.com, which makes the church literally the house of God. Let's sign in, and confess. Here are the author of loneliness. Like sign up, sign in, and confess. This seems like sarcasm in which the community is more interesting through the screen than going to coach. Alexi and the poem with his definition of Facebook to be the author of loneliness. It's kind of ironic that he says that Facebook is lonely because it is a place where people connect with one another. At the same time, he may be saying that we have lost the connection to real people in front of us. Next, the poem theme. Okay, the poem theme in the Facebook of Sonnet, it is 1. Technology impact. The poem talks about how technology, like Facebook, affects the way we connect with others. Number 2, isolation and loneliness. It highlights how only interaction can make us feel isolated and lonely despite being connected. Next material is educational values. The educational values of this book is don't prioritize social media. Human as social creatures also have a real social life, not just a virtual one because the virtual world has a lot of things.